Hollywood actors that live like they are poor.
What do you think happens when we die, Keanu Reeves?
I know that the ones who love us will miss us.
You think you know what it's like to live the life of a Hollywood star, right? But what if I told you some of the biggest names in entertainment have decided to ditch the lavish lifestyle and live like us? We're talking A-listers swapping their sprawling estates for modest homes and trading their chauffeured limos for, gasp, public transportation. Could this be a publicity stunt or is something deeper at play? Join us as we uncover the shockingly down-to-earth lives of celebrities who've chosen to live like they're, well, just like you. Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, a Canadian actor known for his roles in blockbuster films like The Matrix and John Wick, boasts an estimated net worth of $380 million as of 2024. His wealth is largely attributed to a prosperous acting career that began in the 1980s with films like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Speed, and Point Break. It was the Matrix series, however, that propelled him to international stardom, with earnings from the franchise surpassing $200 million across its various releases. Despite his success, Reeves' life hasn't been without its challenges. He had a difficult childhood. His father abandoned the family when he was only 3 years old. Raised primarily by his mother, who frequently moved for work opportunities, he experienced a nomadic upbringing that contributed to his down-to-earth personality. He has also faced significant personal tragedies, including the untimely death of his close friend River Phoenix due to a drug overdose, and the devastating loss of his partner Jennifer Syme in a car accident following a miscarriage. These events have influenced his perspective on life, instilling in him a deep sense of compassion and modesty. Reeves has often stated that such hardships have taught him to cherish life and its relationships more profoundly, leading him to lead a more understated existence rather than indulging in extravagance. In spite of his substantial wealth and life's ups and downs, Reeves is well known for his unpretentious way of living. He lives in a modest apartment in Los Angeles, as opposed to the luxurious mansions that many of his Hollywood counterparts inhabit. This decision underscores his grounded character. He tends to favor the warmth of a simple home over the extravagance of opulent living spaces. It's said that he even keeps a few houseplants as roommates, possibly engaging in deep philosophical discussions with them. When it comes to automobiles, Reeves does not show off his riches. He drives a Honda Accord, a dependable and practical car that aligns with his humble demeanor. While other celebrities might drive around in eye-catching Lamborghinis or Ferraris, Reeves chooses a vehicle that doesn't attract undue attention. It seems as though he's conveying the message, "I'm rich, but I'm not here to make you feel poor." However, his enthusiasm for motorcycles is evident through his co-ownership of Arch Motorcycle, a company specializing in custom bikes. This interest in motorcycles highlights his adventurous side while still maintaining a down-to-earth approach. Moreover, Keanu Reeves defies celebrity norms. He is unafraid to watch movies by himself and refrains from engaging in idle chatter with fans. His remarkably humble conduct has turned him into an icon. Ronnie Sunshine, a chauffeur, recounted an instance of Keanu Reeves' humility on the New York Post's Page 6. Sunshine shared that Reeves stood patiently in the rain before his own rap party for the film Daughter of God in 2014.
I know that
Sunshine
the
said,
ones who love
Keanu
us
was
will
really
miss
patiently
us.
waiting. He continued, "I don't think he said anything to the bouncer like, 'I'm Keanu.'" No one recognized him. Keanu looks very ordinary. It was raining, but he just waited for his two friends to come. He didn't act like he had money. The club owner admitted that he was unaware of the actor's presence outside due to his unassuming behavior. Reeves's simple lifestyle enables him to concentrate on what is truly significant: philanthropy. He has donated millions to children's hospitals and cancer research, often without seeking public acknowledgement. His largesse is renowned. For example, he once gave a significant portion of his earnings from The Matrix to the film's crew, ensuring they were fairly compensated for their efforts. When questioned about his wealth, Reeves stated, "Money is the last thing I think about." This perspective is invigorating in an industry often preoccupied with materialism. He asserts that the pleasure of acting and the chance to collaborate with exceptional artists greatly surpasses financial gains. Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds, the star of blockbuster films like Deadpool and Free Guy, has proven that stardom doesn't have to mean living a life of excess. This top-tier actor has managed to maintain a balance between a thriving career in blockbuster films and a lifestyle that is so down-to-earth, you might spot him taking his children to school in a minivan rather than a luxury sports car. Let's delve into the financial aspect. With a net worth of $350 million, Reynolds has amassed his wealth through successful movies such as Deadpool and Free Guy, along with some astute investment decisions. A prime example of this is his co-ownership of Aviation Gin, which he sold for an impressive $610 million in 2020. One might assume that such wealth would lead to an extravagant lifestyle akin to Bruce Wayne's. However, Reynolds embodies the persona of the friendly neighbor, albeit one who happens to be exceptionally witty and undeniably charming. In spite of his considerable financial resources, Reynolds maintains an unassuming approach to life. He is not known for spending extravagantly on showy vehicles or private islands. Instead, he has been observed driving a practical SUV, which is about as far from the typical Hollywood stereotype as one can get. He has humorously mentioned in interviews that he is unsure how to spend his money, and it seems genuine. While other celebrities might be purchasing watches worth $100,000, Reynolds appears more focused on ensuring that his 3 daughters have an endless supply of his fatherly humor. Reynolds and his spouse, Blake Lively, have the financial means to reside in a palatial estate so expansive that it could warrant its own postal code. However, they have chosen a more intimate and inviting 3-bedroom home in the quaint town of Bedford, New York, which they acquired for $2.3 million. While it is indeed a pleasant dwelling, it resembles a family farmhouse more than a typical celebrity residence. They later relocated to a more spacious home valued at $5.7 million, still within Bedford, where they have cultivated a lifestyle centered on family, privacy, and steering, clear of the Hollywood frenzy. Reynolds has expressed that his greatest joy comes from being at home with his loved ones, away from the public eye. Reynolds' modesty extends beyond his lifestyle choices.
If you count your wife.
It is an embodiment of his character. He takes pleasure in life's simpler delights, such as playfully teasing his wife on Instagram with witty birthday messages or sharing amusing old photographs. When he is not engaged in his acting career, he creates humorous advertisements for his venture, Mint Mobile, where he frequently makes light of his own celebrity status and wealth. In one such commercial, he jested about how they managed to keep expenses low by allocating only $35 for the production of the ad. Despite his preference for a low-profile lifestyle, Reynolds is notably philanthropic. Along with Lively, they have contributed millions to an array of causes, such as supporting food banks, aiding COVID-19 relief efforts, and advocating for Indigenous communities in Canada. He prefers not to publicize his charitable acts. His primary focus is on providing assistance wherever it's needed. Naturally, he carries out these endeavors with his signature humor and charisma. While Ryan Reynolds portrays superheroes and charming scoundrels on the silver screen, in his day-to-day life, he's simply an approachable individual who would rather share a laugh than flaunt his wealth. But just as you might have thought Hollywood couldn't demonstrate more humility, there's a renowned star who has honed the art of modesty so adeptly that she turns secondhand fashion into a high-style trend. Do you think Ryan's modesty has contributed to his success and popularity? Comment with yes or no and share your thoughts. Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio, a prominent figure in Hollywood with an estimated net worth of $300 million, is known for his role as Jack Dawson in Titanic, who famously let go of a life-saving door. You might imagine a man who has experienced surviving a sinking ship, fighting a bear, and even dancing with wolves would live in a lavish mansion. But DiCaprio prefers to keep a low profile. He owns an elegant home within the Oriole Way compound in Los Angeles, which is not the sprawling estate one might envision. It exudes an aura of, let's keep it sophisticated but not showy. After all, why require a 20-car garage when you can have a few environmentally friendly vehicles and your own private island in Belize? He's not just a celebrity, he's an environmental advocate. DiCaprio owns an island, which may seem more luxurious than a modest lifestyle, but it serves the purpose of environmental conservation. In terms of environmental consciousness, DiCaprio is a fervent advocate for the environment. He frequently utilizes his wealth to foster sustainability, often investing in eco-friendly technologies and championing initiatives to combat climate change. He embodies the quintessential save the planet figure, demonstrating that affluence and environmental stewardship can coexist. While some celebrities focus on their latest designer handbags, DiCaprio is actively engaged in conserving habitats for polar bears and promoting reforestation efforts. Regarding his vehicle collection, DiCaprio owns models from prestigious brands such as Lamborghini, Ferrari, and Audi. However, he refrains from showing them off. You won't see him making a spectacle by revving his engine in a public display. More likely, he opts for an eco-friendly vehicle like a Tesla for his everyday drives. His real estate holdings are indeed impressive, with properties valued at millions of dollars. Yet, he is also recognized for selling homes at a profit. For instance, he sold his Malibu residence for $11 million, netting a substantial profit of $10 million. It's as if he's playing a real-life version of Monopoly. But instead of acquiring Boardwalk, he's investing in properties with an eco-friendly focus. DiCaprio's philanthropic endeavors are widely recognized, with millions of dollars donated to a variety of causes, such as wildlife preservation and initiatives to address climate change. He has even raised over $80 million for charitable causes. One could argue that he is the modern-day Robin Hood of Hollywood, consistently showing concern for those who are less fortunate. Although he may not reside in a mansion adorned with gold or drive the most recent sports car models, Leonardo DiCaprio leads a life that is enriched by its purpose, influence, and genuineness. In the context of Hollywood, these qualities hold more value than any number of Oscars could ever represent. Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo, a renowned actor with an estimated net worth of around $30 million, has a captivating story that showcases his humble beginnings and his remarkable journey to Hollywood stardom. Born and raised in Kenosha, Wisconsin, Ruffalo's family instilled in him a strong work ethic and a passion for art. His father worked as a construction painter while his mother was a hairstylist. Despite their modest means, Ruffalo's parents nurtured his artistic aspirations, providing him with the foundation for his future success. Ruffalo's path to acting began after years of struggling financially. He held various low-paying jobs, including bartending, to make ends meet while pursuing his dream. He once shared, "I was just trying to survive, you know. I had to work odd jobs while pursuing my passion." His breakthrough came through his collaboration with playwright Kenneth Lonergan, leading to his iconic role in the critically acclaimed film You Can Count on Me, 2000. This performance propelled him to fame and marked the beginning of a successful acting career. In the world of Hollywood, Ruffalo has experienced the highs and lows of celebrity life. He previously owned a 3-bedroom home in the Hollywood Hills, purchasing it for $1.65 million in 2004 and later selling it for the same price in 2009. Today, he and his family reside in a more modest dwelling, reflecting his desire for a quieter life and a focus on family. Ruffalo has stated, "I want my kids to grow up in a normal environment, away from the chaos of celebrity life." Despite his financial success, Ruffalo maintains a relatively understated lifestyle. He prioritizes spending time with his family and is known for his dedication to environmental advocacy. His journey from a struggling artist to a respected figure in Hollywood demonstrates the power of perseverance and the importance of staying true to one's values. Instead of trying to ignore it, she laughed at herself, which only served to further endear her to her fans. In terms of home decor, Jennifer Lawrence doesn't shy away from visiting IKEA. Indeed, despite her substantial wealth, she has been spotted shopping at the popular Swedish furniture retailer. She has playfully spoken about her fondness for IKEA, revealing that she takes pleasure in assembling the furniture by herself. Though one can only speculate about the Oscar winner's frustrations with an Allen wrench while attempting to put together a Billy bookcase. However, it is Jennifer's dedication to philanthropy that truly reflects her grounded character. She is recognized for generously donating portions of her wealth to causes she is passionate about. She established the Jennifer Lawrence Foundation, which supports organizations such as the Boys and Girls Clubs of America and the Special Olympics. Additionally, she has been an outspoken advocate for gender equality, leveraging her influence to address wage gaps in Hollywood. In an environment where celebrities are frequently more renowned for their lavish lifestyles than their professional accomplishments, Jennifer Lawrence distinguishes herself. She has humorously admitted to being poor at managing money, but this might be because she prefers not to squander it on unnecessary luxuries. She prioritizes living a life that is straightforward and authentic, whether that entails indulging in pizza while in her pajamas or spending quality time with her family in her hometown of Louisville, Kentucky. While other celebrities are engrossed in acquiring private islands or embellishing their iPhones with gold, Jennifer Lawrence finds satisfaction in living an ordinary life. A life of an ordinary person who coincidentally possesses an Oscar and a substantial fortune. Yet, it is this quality that renders her so relatable. She embodies the superstar who feels just as delighted lounging on her couch as she does walking the red carpet. The actress who has the means to acquire anything but opts for a modest lifestyle. In Hollywood, such a choice is indeed revolutionary. On a scale of 0 to 5, how refreshing do you find Jennifer Lawrence's humble and authentic approach to her celebrity status? Comment below with a number. Jennifer Lawrence. Imagine a Hollywood A-lister who, despite her Oscar-winning status, opts for casual attire over designer clothes and maintains her authenticity in an industry filled with manufactured images. Jennifer Lawrence, affectionately known as America's sweetheart, is celebrated for her exceptional acting skills and her endearingly grounded nature. She rose to fame with her performances in The Hunger Games and Silver Linings Playbook, earning millions of dollars and an Oscar at the young age of 22. Her status as one of Hollywood's highest-paid actresses, with an estimated net worth of $160 million, is a clear indication of her dedication and remarkable achievements. However, contrary to what one might assume about her lifestyle given her success, Lawrence has chosen a different path. Following her unexpected rise to fame, it would be easy to assume that she would indulge in extravagant purchases like a sprawling mansion, with numerous bedrooms or even gold-plated fixtures. Yet, Jennifer took a different approach. She continued to reside in the same unassuming two-bedroom apartment she had prior to her meteoric rise. When she did decide to upgrade her living situation, it was to a relatively understated house in Beverly Hills.
And so I'm just
understated
like
by Hollywood standards, that is. Her home had been previously occupied by Jessica Simpson, but it is more quaint than showy. A popular story highlighting Jennifer's modest nature revolves around a couch. Following her Oscar victory, she decided to indulge in a new sofa as a reward. Contrary to opting for an extravagant designer piece, she spent $25,000 on it. While this might seem like a significant amount, in the context of Hollywood where some spend that much in a single night out, it's quite frugal. She humorously mentioned that this was the most luxurious item she had ever purchased, and that simply gazing at it made her feel opulent. In terms of automobiles, Jennifer has also maintained a low-key approach. While other celebrities were driving high-end Ferraris and Lamborghinis, Jennifer was satisfied with her Volkswagen EOS, a convertible that exudes girl-next-door charm rather than Hollywood glamour. She later switched to a Chevrolet Volt, a plug-in hybrid vehicle that underscores her environmental consciousness and lack of need for an ostentatious car. Amidst an industry fixated on fashion, Jennifer Lawrence's attitude stands out as refreshingly unpretentious. She has been known to repeat outfits, a major faux pas in Hollywood, such as when she wore the same dress to multiple events. In interviews, she has playfully dismissed the importance of fashion and expressed that when not working, she prefers wearing sweatpants and spending time with her dog. Jennifer Lawrence is well known for her awkward charm on the red carpet, often humorously expressing her discomfort in high fashion. Recall the Oscars incident where she stumbled not once but twice. The first time was while ascending to receive her award, and the second occurred on the red carpet the following year. Ashton Kutcher. Ashton Kutcher, now flourishing at 38, hails from Iowa and understands that life's challenges do not come without a cost. His journey resembles the dramatic characters he's portrayed on screen, often weaving through issues like addiction and tough financial setbacks, which contrasts sharply with his polished appearance. The star of Dude, Where's My Car? Has amassed a fortune that reaches beyond typical consumption. Instead of indulging in a lavish lifestyle complete with private islands and staffs catering to his whims, Kutcher has chosen a surprisingly modest way of life. As of 2024, his net worth stands at approximately $330 million, generating an annual income of $4 million. Each episode of his television shows earns him an impressive $1 million. Yet he consistently illustrates that wealth does not guarantee true fulfillment. In an interview with Esquire, he recounted a humorous moment from his early days in New York City when he mistakenly wandered into Prince's VIP area, trying to strike up a chat with the music icon. This anecdote reveals Kutcher's humility and genuine nature, even as he navigated the pressures of fame. His savvy investments in notable companies like Airbnb, Uber, and Spotify have significantly increased his financial portfolio. Nevertheless, he remains grounded, adhering to his core values. During a discussion with A+, he shared, "Don't settle for what life gives you. Make life better and build something." Though he could easily afford any luxury, Kutcher has chosen to remain down to earth, still driving a faithful vehicle for years. He owns a stellar collection of cars, including a $1.4 million Ferrari, alongside a $15 million estate in Beverly Hills, and various other residences across the country. Despite this wealth, he refuses to let it define him. In 2019, Kutcher faced a serious health challenge with a diagnosis of vasculitis, which temporarily affected his vision and mobility. This incident served as a poignant reminder of life's fragility, prompting a shift in his perspective. He learned that true happiness comes from within and that material possessions don't equate to life satisfaction. This experience has influenced his choice of acting roles and the types of stories he wishes to tell. Kutcher's commitment to his humble lifestyle goes beyond mere choice. It reflects his deep-seated principles. By remaining authentic and relatable, he has proven that achieving success and fame does not require sacrificing one's integrity. In another interesting twist, he has also become an advocate for tech innovations that promote social change, demonstrating his belief that true success lies in making a positive impact in the world. Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, the enigmatic leading man who catapulted to stardom as the luminous vampire Edward Cullen in Twilight. One might assume that such a celebrity would opt for a life of opulence, perhaps residing in a mansion encrusted with gold and possessing an entire room dedicated solely to his hair products. However, Robert Pattinson has chosen a path that is not only relatable but also, at times, strikingly eccentric. When Twilight hit the screens, Pattinson became an instant celebrity, captivating the hearts of countless fans, predominantly teenage girls and their often bewildered parents. With the fame and wealth that came his way, it would be reasonable to anticipate that Pattinson would adopt the lifestyle of a vampire monarch, replete with a castle and an assortment of sleek black sports cars. Yet, true to his contrarian nature, Pattinson has taken an alternative route. Rather than succumbing to the typical Hollywood lifestyle, he has garnered a reputation for his peculiarly endearing decisions, both in his professional endeavors and his personal affairs. As of 2024, Pattinson's net worth is estimated at a substantial $100 million. The majority of his wealth stems from the immensely profitable Twilight series, where he earned a base salary of $25 million for the later installments, complemented by a substantial share of the back-end profits that elevated his earnings to $40 million per film. In 2011, Pattinson ranked 15th on Vanity Fair's Hollywood Top 40 list, with earnings amounting to $27.5 million in 2010. It was also reported that Pattinson received $3 million for portraying the central character in The Batman. Despite these earnings being more than sufficient to afford the most expansive mansion on Earth, in 2013, Pattinson was listed as second, on Glamour UK's richest UK men under 30. Furthermore, Britain's London Evening Standard recognized him as one of London's most influential individuals in 2013. Despite his wealth, Pattinson has managed to keep his feet on the ground. He continues to drive a 2001 Chevy Silverado, which he purchased for a mere $20,100. One of the most charming aspects of Robert Pattinson is his refusal to take himself too seriously. Post-Twilight, instead of capitalizing on his fame with a string of blockbuster films, he chose to pursue roles in smaller, independent films that diverge significantly from mainstream cinema. In terms of his living arrangements, Pattinson's choices are a stark contrast to the palatial estates of Beverly Hills. For a period, he was known to reside in a modest rented house in Hollywood, which was more akin to a converted junkyard than a lavish dwelling. The house was characterized as a quasi-garbage dump, equipped with a non-functional hot tub, a pool that resembled a pond more than a swimming area, and an overall atmosphere that seemed to say, "I'm rich, but who cares?" Pattinson has mentioned his fondness for the place due to its secluded nature, allowing him to evade the public eye, a pattern that has been consistent throughout his life. Even when he purchased a Spanish-style mini-mansion in Hollywood, the price tag was relatively modest at $6.3 million. When it comes to fashion, Pattinson's personal style is unexpectedly casual. He is often spotted in mismatched ensembles that seem as if he dressed in the dark. His signature look includes beanies, worn-out t-shirts, and loosely buttoned plaid shirts. Pattinson is known for wearing the same clothes repeatedly, sometimes for several days in a row. While other celebrities rely on stylists for their appearances, Pattinson appears content with simply throwing on whatever clothing is closest at hand upon waking up. Yet, somehow, he still manages to exude an effortless cool. If you think Robert Pattinson's modesty is remarkable, wait until you encounter another Hollywood icon whose down-to-earth nature is so profound that even his coffee seems understated. Sarah Jessica Parker. Sarah Jessica Parker, known for her iconic role as Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City, could have easily embraced an extravagant lifestyle befitting her on-screen persona. But she's chosen a path that exudes understated elegance, making modesty appear as natural as her character's embodiment of New York fashion. You might expect a style icon like Parker to have a closet overflowing with designer labels, but she's surprisingly down-to-earth when it comes to fashion. While Carrie Bradshaw popularized high heels and designer brands, Parker is known for blending high-end and affordable fashion, creating a look that conveys both sophistication and practicality. During interviews, Parker lightheartedly recalls her upbringing, stating, "I think my mother is sorry that there were things she couldn't give us. But I work hard to be as depriving to my children as my mother was." Rather than providing extravagant gifts, she stresses the significance of experiences over material possessions, saying, "I'd rather take my kids to the park than buy them a yacht." This philosophy underscores the merit of desiring and earning rewards over seeking immediate satisfaction. Despite a net worth that surpasses $100 million, Parker and her spouse, Matthew Broderick, reside in a relatively unpretentious home in New York City's West Village. She humorously addressed her collection of shoes by saying, "I have a lot of shoes, but I also have a lot of children, so it balances out." Parker's down-to-earth approach extends to her love of thrift shopping. You might be surprised to learn that Parker is often seen searching for unique finds at thrift stores, a far cry from the typical celebrity shopping sprees. She has admitted to relishing the thrill of discovering one-of-a-kind items, and is known to incorporate thrift store pieces into her wardrobe alongside high-end fashion. If you've ever been curious about how Carrie Bradshaw might appear in a pre-owned dress, look no further than Parker's actual attire for inspiration. Beyond her acting career, Parker has also delved into entrepreneurship with her own line of footwear and apparel. Despite the success of her brand, she is recognized for her modest approach in business matters. Parker's strategy for her business ventures focuses on practical elegance instead of ostentatious promotion. Her brand, SJP Collection, embodies her personal style, eschewing the extravagance that one might anticipate from a celebrity of her stature. In essence, Sarah Jessica Parker demonstrates that it is entirely possible to be a Hollywood star without the extravagance of a mansion or a collection of luxury vehicles. As she herself stated, "I think it's good to pine for something so that when you get it, it has such meaning. You are not casual about possession." In Parker's perspective, joy and affection are the genuine luxuries in life. Hilary Swank. Imagine a leading lady who, despite conquering Hollywood, still holds on to her humble roots. We're talking about Hilary Swank, a two-time Academy Award-winning actress with an estimated net worth of around $40 million. But what if I told you she's traded in the lavish lifestyle for something much more down-to-earth? Swank's journey to stardom wasn't easy. She grew up in a trailer in Nebraska, a stark contrast to the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. After moving to Los Angeles to chase her acting dreams, she even spent a period living in her car. Can you imagine the conversations she must have had during those tough times? Given her success, one might expect Swank to indulge in extravagant celebrations or splurge on designer items. But she's known for her unassuming preferences. She prefers a simple life, enjoying activities like hiking and cooking. She's even been spotted shopping at local grocery stores, proving that she shares similarities with everyday people, albeit with an impressive collection of Oscars and a dedication to rigorous physical training. When it comes to her craft, Swank's commitment is legendary. For her role in Million Dollar Baby, she underwent a remarkable transformation, adding 19 lbs of muscle mass and training rigorously. It's reported that she consumed a whopping 200 tons grain of protein daily, likely including a lot of chicken. Despite her wealth, Swank stays grounded. She prioritizes family and personal relationships over material possessions. In interviews, she playfully acknowledges the peculiarity of her fame, stating, "I'm just a girl from Nebraska who got lucky." Her humility and warmth make her someone you'd love to have a cup of coffee with, and maybe even swap some protein shake recipes. So, you're telling me you'd rather have a humble life than a mansion? We're talking about real-life success stories, folks. Would you trade your designer clothes for a simple life? Let us know in the comments below by typing yes or no. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Timeless Rewind, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our inspiring stories. Let's keep the conversation going.